Well, speaking of satire, we do have to start with what's going on in the United States and this absurdity factor. While we were away, we've got two new candidates in the race. Former Virginia Governor Jim Gilmore became candidate number 17 on the Republican side. He joined then newcomer Ohio Governor John Kasich, who, by the way, has jumped up to fourth in the polling already in a week. But the leader and still champion in all polls is Donald Trump.
And you're laughing.
I am laughing.
Yeah.
This is what I love about it is that it has made all of the pundits look like idiots. Nate Silver now is out there saying he's popular, but he's not that popular. He called him the Nickelback of politicians, which is
And he's popular even after the John McCain thing, is he?
Well, I mean, he's a gold mine for humorists. I mean, he attacked John McCain.
Yes.
He's yelled at a woman for breastfeeding. That's been the big story yesterday. You mentioned the piece
Yesterday's piece.
The Times. His two sons now are being pilloried on Facebook for being big game hunters with the death of Cecil the lion.
Didn't he used to be a diplomat in Azerbaijan? Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
No, he's got a.
Sorry, that was a bit of satire, actually.
He's not a
Azerbaijan.
diplomat,
I've said it again.
He does have a tie to some oligarch and leader in Azerbaijan. That's another story that came out yesterday.
See, that satire is always truthful.
Well,
He just happened to touch on that.
Yeah.
I like Donald Trump. I mean, he's a gift, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's
a gift. In fact, he's a gift from God.
He keeps on giving. The interesting thing is though he is winning, and he's got enough money that he doesn't have to worry about what's going to happen if a poll changes or dries up. And in fact,
he won't win though, will he?
Boy, he's leading in New Hampshire, he's leading in Iowa, he's leading in Florida. Every poll that they've taken, and the latest one that came out, I think just yesterday from NBC Wall Street Journal, has him at a double-digit lead. So I mean, he's at 24% with Jeb Bush.
The
establishment at 12.
He certainly challenged the notion of a dumb blonde, doesn't he? Yeah.
Well, I mean, from a humorist perspective, what does this mean?
It means just that, really, I think. Yeah.
Well, he's terrific, isn't he? From my
Yeah.
point of view. One thing that I do like about him is the fact that he said something like all this John McCain thing because he said I like heroes. I like heroes who aren't captured, didn't he?
Yeah.
And John McCain was captured during the Vietnam War and was tortured very badly. And he appeared to have a go at him, and although backtracked on that, and he said in the original thing, well, I like heroes who weren't captured, and he said in that when he was apologising, he said, "Oh, people say bad things about me. They say bad things about my hair."
Well, this is how he felt justified last week in going after Scott Walker. Scott Walker is the Wisconsin governor. Who the two of them have always gotten along. He said Walker came to New York City and gave him this beautiful plaque for entrepreneurship or something in the state, and he thought, well, I guess the taxpayers paid for that. But then the next week, a few weeks later, he came out and said that Donald Trump was a jackass. He says, and this is great because now I can attack him. His state is like 47th in the nation in terms of job generation, and he listed all these figures, which are true. Their economic performance in Wisconsin has been terrible because he's managed to kick out all the unions and piss everybody off the long way.
I mean, because that's forgive me. How many are in the race again? Is
17 right now.
For the
Declared.
Republican nomination.
Yeah.
And that includes Trump. I mean,
he is sucking all the oxygen out of the air. I mean, it's literally all of the media oxygen is going to him because he's interesting.
At least, now he's taken his mind off Scotland and golf courses there, so we have a lot to be grateful for, really.
Yeah,
for
that's
the
true. He
presidential race.
He did try and buy it. No, hang on. He did buy or extend a golf course.
I think the east coast of Scotland he wanted. Yes. Yeah.
Well, he's been fighting the wind farms because of the view and what will happen to his prized properties in Scotland. He doesn't like the idea that there will be something going on.
Oh, we'll soon know when he's back anyway. Yeah.
You see, I think he's the American right-wing version of Jeremy Corbyn. Because you've got this extremist who probably won't win the party nomination leadership, and we can all laugh at him.
Yeah.
But everybody says he won't win. Everybody's saying the same thing about Corbyn, but
Well, Corbyn's
Look
17
at-
points ahead.
look at Berlusconi.
Yeah, I'd rather not.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
I'd
yeah.
rather not as well, but
And
I mean,
more than once, of course.
this
yeah.
I mean, this is a certifiable nutter by any standard. You know, a man with more money than he should be allowed to have, or the bunga parties, everything else.
Yeah.
And there he is, leading and winning, and even when he's found guilty and sentenced to jail, never goes to jail.
Yeah.
And you begin to wonder, has the Berlusconi factor seeped into U.S. politics?
Well, all three you've mentioned, of course, they leave so much dust in their wake. Even when they leave the scene, there's something hanging about.
They do. That's
Yeah.
true. I mean, Berlusconi is, it's an amazing story about Berlusconi that he actually, because the Economist newspaper had a go at him and said he was unfit to lead, and he tried to sue them. This is years ago, because the Economist is a very big newspaper in Italy, and Berlusconi's, the editor of the Economist was this guy who had a short goatee beard, and Berlusconi said to him when he met him, says, and look at this guy. He's like Lenin. He's obviously a communist. He's like Lenin.
Yeah.
That's Berlusconi for
Yeah.
you.
Still, he's done a lot for hair dye, hasn't he? So,
Yeah.
So I mean, how do you? I mean, is this performance art? Is this? I mean, what is this from a humorist's perspective when you look at somebody like Trump?
Well, they're driven, aren't they? They're quite insensitive to all that's around them. A high profile is everything. They're driven by that, really. I don't think they reflect a lot, and they're so insensitive. I don't think they get. I mean, they don't have sleepless nights because they haven't put the sentence together
that's true,
in the right
actually.
order.
It's a sort of
really.
ego thing,
Yeah,
isn't it?
it is really.
Yeah, but you've got. I mean, it is an ego thing, and it is. They get roundly applauded by the
But base
electorate.
instincts, you see, they appeal to. Yeah.
Because they say what's on their mind, according to
Not unlike
the
Farage,
voter.
you see. I mean, that's
There was a
basic
strange
instincts,
appeal. Yeah.
Really, people love it.
Yeah, they do love it. I mean,
Yeah.
that whole thing of Trump, his popularity soared when he talked about building that wall to keep out these Mexican rapists and criminals,
They also rattle the cage a lot, and sometimes it needs rattling.
Yeah.
Particularly in the UK, at the leadership
Oh,
contest
God, yeah.
at the moment. That's one reason why Corbyn is doing so well, in a sense. I mean, he's terrified about winning. Not many people have entered a race and become terrified of winning. I just can't wait for Wednesday, for question time, Prime Minister's questions, if he gets through.